Gawny, a 10-point win over Hawthorn. They seem to bring the pressure throughout the whole game. How did it feel out there for you?
Take my head back to last year. I know last year's a different sport almost. It's like completely changed. But the first game, it was even at three-quarter time. We were able to kick away in the fourth. The second game was a draw. So we match up pretty well against each other, and we knew that was going to happen today. So to give them the start, we talked about their start so much, and they got up to a 5-goal start against both Sydney and Geelong in the last 2 weeks. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get that done, but we were able to peg them back and play our sort of footy towards the end of the game.
A bit of an unusual week with a few COVID interruptions. Were you just proud to see a few of those players get their opportunity tonight?
Yeah, 5 changes is a lot, especially if you have a look through our history of our last 40 games. There hasn't been 1 change, let alone 5 changes. So even Neil Bullen, incredibly late, who's a leader of our football club and plays a very important role for us, to lose him less than 24 hours before the game. Melksham comes in, and I think we can all agree that Melksham looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Tom McDonald was able to play at both ends today. He looked really good. Toby Bedford, I think we got another little live wire up forward, which is really exciting. And Vines and Jake Lever come back in, and they look good. I mean, they're both 8 days, 9 days post-COVID. It's a pretty impressive effort to get out there and play a game of footy. Goody
was obviously also affected, but how was it? How was Ooze at the helm?
Forgot about the cockroach. No, Ooze was really good. There's a lot of noise around Ooze before he comes to Melbourne as a high-regarded coach, like almost a coach in waiting, and he certainly is that. He sees the game incredibly well, but I think it was a team effort. I think Goody was still on Zoom a lot of the time. I think he was in Richo's ear for the majority of the game. Goody, for the first time, got behind the goals vision during the game. Normally he's on the bench and he can't see much, but he would have been making calls left, right and centre. And Greg Stafford, Troy Chaplin, Jocko Williams, Mark Corrigan, these sort of guys were all there, and everyone sort of helped out. It was just held the board, really.
You kicked 2 goals yourself, both from the 50-metre mark. What is it about that spot on the ground that you love so much?
I just don't want to kick him in close, because I get pretty nervy in close. So I'm happy to keep getting my leg through it and from distance. But I missed one today as well from out 55 on the far side, which is actually a bit harder for my right leg to get that one. But look, I love kicking goals. I love being able to get forward. I love having Sam Wiedemann there today to play Luke Jackson's role, and we've been training Weeds to be that second ruck for 5-6 years, and then we found Jacko at pick 3, and he comes in and plays that role really well. But we know he can do it, and maybe there's a time we can play a little 3-man weave in there.
Thank you so much for the chat, and congrats on the win.
Thanks, Tess.